Today I want to show you how I make my gluten-free pancakes. And by pancakes, I mean crepes. Because here in South Africa, we call crepes pancakes. And overseas, pancakes are what we call flapjacks. So I'm making South African pancakes. So I need 1 cup of soaked buckwheat. And this buckwheat I have soaked for 12 hours and I rinsed it 3 times during the day. I wanted to actually soak it for 24 hours, but I feel like having pancakes now. I don't want to wait till tomorrow morning. Okay, so this is a 1/2 cup of soaked buckwheat, and that's the second 1/2 cup. So that's 1 cup. Now I'm going to add 1/2 cup of room temperature water, plus another 2 tablespoons. So that's 1/2 cup of water plus 2 tablespoons of water and 1 cup of soaked buckwheat. Don't use frozen, sprouted, or soaked buckwheat because it doesn't bind anymore once you have frozen it. Even if you defrost it properly, it loses its binding ability for some reason. Now I'm going to add just under 1 ml of Himalayan salt. I'll leave a little bit. I'm not sure exactly how much salt because usually I do 2 pinches, but a pinch is not accurate enough. So I haven't actually measured the salt. Normally I just kind of guess the salt that I put in there, but I'm trying to measure it now and I'll see. Then I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of honey, or you can use date syrup or something like that. And the honey is just actually there to help the pancake brown. Otherwise, you're going to have a very pale white pancake. Now I'm going to blend it. Okay, there's my blended mixture. Make sure that it's nice and smoothly blended. And now I'm going to switch on the stove. So I mentioned that I don't fry my foods in oil anymore. But I do have one exception, and that is pancakes and flapjacks, because I don't know how to make them without oil, but I make it with very little oil. I'll show you how little I actually use. So you have to have a good non-stick pan if you want to use very little oil, otherwise it's just going to get stuck onto the pan and it's going to be a big mess. So I've got organic coconut oil, cold pressed. I don't use the deodorized one because I don't know what they do to deodorize it. So I prefer the natural one. And it's literally not even a 1/2 teaspoon that I'm going to put on there. And then I'm still going to wipe the rest off with a kitchen paper as well. Okay, I'm going to turn the heat down. So I just want to cover the pan with the oil, and then I'm going to take kitchen paper and wipe the rest off. Because I want to have as little as possible oil in there. So before I pour this mixture into the pan, I want to first blend it one more time. So I'm going to lift this up away from the flame, otherwise it clumps up if you put the heat onto the pan when you pour it in. So lift it up from the heat. Okay, this batter is a little bit thick. I can add a little bit of water to that. I'm just going to put like maybe a teaspoon of water in there. Let me actually try 1/2 teaspoon first. Because if it's too thin, then it's not going to bind anymore. So I've just added a 1/2 teaspoon of water for now. It's got some brown spots underneath. And it's golden brown at the top. I'm going to put it on kitchen paper. Then I'm going to cover it with another piece, as well as 2 kitchen cloths that I folded in half, both of them, so that it keeps the moisture in and it helps it to soften. Before you pour the next batch in, I'm just going to add a little bit of oil, tiny bit. And then I'm going to do the same as I did before. And then also just shake the batter a little bit so that you mix it properly, or you can blend it again if you want to. And remember to lift it away from the heat. You can use a savory filling or a sweet filling with this one because there's not a lot of honey put in there. Okay. I think this one's gone a little bit too long. It's a little bit too brown because I was talking. But it's still okay. So that's 5 pancakes in total with one batch. So I could have actually made the batter a little bit thinner because I can see that they are a little bit too thick. You'll get used to the batter and figure out how it should be, how much water it should have. It's not always exactly the same, so sometimes I need to add a little bit more water. Oh, and if you want to make a wrap, you can make the batter just a little bit thicker, like it was in the beginning, and then you can use it as a wrap as well. But for pancakes, I would have liked this to be a little bit thinner. So the top one will be the least pliable for now because it hasn't been resting. And the bottom one will be the nicest one because it's been resting for a while. So I'm going to flip them around. Excuse all the scars on my hands. I'm an inexperienced builder. And I've been building things for my chicken enclosure. Pliable, they don't break,